Welcome to my daily dose of Tim. Today is season 1, episode 25. Already, that means we're 5 weeks into it. And a lot of you guys already know that this whole week has been about financial education as well as business mindset. And to piggyback on what we were talking about yesterday, which were the 3 harsh, basic but harsh truths that nobody really told us about when we were growing up about money. And so a lot of you guys know that this is sort of my life mission to really just elevate everybody's financial education, just because I understand that this is one of the biggest stressors and one of the most important factors in people's lives. And so I just really want to carry that message forward. So yesterday, the very first harsh truth that we were talking about was the fact that when you want to embark on a journey to make more money, there's usually all these voices and all these people telling you, you cannot do it. Who do you think you are? Why are you getting greedy? Money is the root of all evil. Why are you doing this? Why aren't you just content and be happy with the good job that you have right now and just be normal and live content? Well, you know what? Honestly, though, over the last few years, I've really come to learn, especially watching my wealthiest, richest friends around me. You know what? They're not extravagant by any means. They're the most content and they're the most grateful people. And so what I've really learned is that always grateful, never content. Always grateful, never content. The thing about it is people that truly have money, usually you're not able to tell, to be really honest. And it doesn't really matter because, well, again, that's not what they go by anyway. However, the whole point is I understand the challenge because, as I shared with you, because my parents didn't know what I know today. And like I said, in the beginning, they were not as supportive about me embarking on a journey to become a real estate investor or business builder. They really wanted me to just keep my corporate job as I was doing well, getting paid well, and it seemed like a very safe option for me. And that's what most people do as well. And this is why sometimes we joke, you know what? These people mean the best for you. They do have your best interest at heart. At the same time, though, the context is very different because your dreams are not their dreams, okay? And what you want to pursue may not be what they wanted to pursue. And this is why we talk about that crap in the bucket mentality. A lot of the times when you are looking to be different, people want to say, no, come back. Because they're used to the you right now and they don't want you to change. Because if you change, maybe they have to change. Or maybe if you change, they're now fearing that you're going to leave them behind. So whatever the case is, honor who you are, your dreams, your goals, what you want to pursue, what's going to bring meaning to your life. Because that's what I found over the last however long now. Sometimes I don't even know how to start counting, to be really honest. Simply because of the fact that, well, I remember before I was going to go to my very first real estate education training, and one of my coworkers, he goes, hey, you know what? Yeah, you know what? I've been actually quite interested. However, why don't you go and you come back and tell me how that works and how it is? And a lot of you guys know the rest is history because I go and I pay for my tuition and I got educated and I started investing and I set myself free financially and I've been able to help others do the same thing. And I understand that the life trajectory for my ex-coworker is not exactly the same at this point. And so the point that I'm looking to make with you is that I think there is the importance of you really discovering for yourself is very important. And yesterday, I think we talked about this as well. It really is a quote from Christopher Gardner, the main character that Will Smith played in the movie The Pursuit of Happiness. That message is so important. People cannot do something themselves. They want to tell you that you can't do it either. And this is the funny thing. A lot of you guys, if you've known me for a while and if you've worked with me, you know that I will never ask people to do what I haven't done or what I'm not willing to do. And that is in every aspect of my life, because that's just a value that I hang on to. Because I personally been cheated, been lied to, people have stolen things from me. That could be identity, that could be money, that could be my trust, a lot of things. And this is why, again, you just gotta hang on to your own values and keep going, because at the end of the day, you're the only person that has to look at yourself in the mirror and be okay with it. So today, like I said, I'm gonna get a little bit more technical with you, simply because of the fact that so many people, they just think that, oh my God, if you wanna get into real estate, you need to have a lot of money. Hey, you know what? It's not entirely incorrect, because you do need money, and it's really like any other business. You do need money to make money. However, it doesn't all have to be your money, and that's where the education part comes in, okay? Think about all of us. When we were looking to get a job, at the very least, most of us had a high school diploma. That's education, because that tells your potential employer the level of comprehension and skills and knowledge that you may have. Some people go to a post-secondary, some people go to grad school, some people go all the way up, okay? So what I really want to share with you today, though, and I cannot take credit for this, it is something that in our industry that we call the circle of wealth. Okay. It is because of this concept that we are able to, ooh, there's a text coming in. It's because of this concept that we are actually able to build a well-rounded portfolio. And so, like I said, I'm not able to take credit for this simply because of the fact that, guess what? This is how your government taxes you. So for us, it's the CRA. For you guys down in the US, it's the IRS, and I actually don't remember what it's like in Australia, New Zealand, and I understand that in the over in the UK, it's the HMRC, okay? So the point is, in our industry, we call it the circle of wealth, and really, this is how you get taxed. But the point is, hey, you know what? If you're getting taxed, that's actually not a bad thing. It's really funny because I understand that we talk a lot about tax sheltering when it comes to the incentives that the governments have when it comes to tax laws to help businesses grow and push forward. However, at the same time, this is actually how we can make sure that we are financially well off, comfortable, protected, and safe. So what that means is there are 3 different buckets, that's usually what I call it, 3 different buckets of income. So the first one is what we call the earned bucket, okay, and the second one is what we call passive, and the last one is what we call portfolio, or sometimes we call it equity. Okay, so here's the thing. Most people, especially working class, middle class, and that's really where I came from as well, is most people have earned income. Not a problem at all. And if you are actually diligent, okay, and good with your money, that's usually sort of the general terms, you will probably put money aside to build some portfolio income. So portfolio income could be your savings account, could be your RSPs, could be your TFSAs, could be your 401ks, could be whatever it is. And for some of you, this actually might be the equity in your principal residence or even your entire rental portfolio if you've got a sizable one, or even your stock portfolio as well. So as upon the first glance, everybody can see what's missing for most people. It's the passive income. And so if you think about it, and this is usually the first assessment that we do with every student that we work with as well, is that even if you are high income, let's just say this is your entire income, okay? And let's say you've done really well stashing money away, you know, paying down your mortgages, great. Now, let's take a look at this. There's no passive income still. Let's just say that, you know what, you actually made some good decisions. Maybe you've invested into a few things that gives you a little bit of dividends or something, or interest payment on a monthly basis. I want you to picture this quickly, okay? We call this the circle. Sometimes I want to call this a wheel. Can you imagine riding on this wheel? Is it going to be smooth? When things happen, when you hit a pothole, when you hit a challenge, do you think financially you're very well protected? We don't think so. And this is why, again, it has never been about financial freedom, in our opinion. It's always been about financial independence. More importantly, it's the concept of rounding out your circle of wealth. And like I said, I was going to get technical with you today, and that's where we're going. So the next thing I want to share with you is the fact that a lot of people said, hey, you know what? You need money to make money. Actually, yes, you do. And at the same time, no, you don't. Because if you have enough knowledge and experience, or combination of, a lot of people understand that what they can do is what we call wholesaling. Wholesaling is a very, very popular and active earned income strategy that a lot of people can utilize when they don't have any money of their own, because all they're doing is they're connecting deals to people that actually have money, and they make a commission in between. Sometimes we call it a placement fee or a wholesale fee or a finder's fee, whatever you want to call it. These people, wholesalers, they are rewarded and compensated based on the time that they've spent on, and more importantly, the value they have brought to the table for the end buyer as well. Now, when it comes to real estate or real estate investing, in the earned income bucket, we also have strategies like, well, flips. Once again, thanks to HGTV, a lot of people know what flipping houses means. However, what a lot of people don't know, and this is where when the market gets saturated, or when people get hurt with the real estate market, or they told you that, oh yeah, you know what, I got burned once upon a time when I was looking to flip a house. Well, guess what? That's because they were not educated. They didn't run the numbers before they actually get into the deal. And that's what financial education, especially leveraging real estate, is all about. We analyze the deals first, because investing, and I want you guys to remember this, because a lot of people are always looking for that bulletproof avenue or vehicle or strategy. I'm just going to tell you, honestly though, it doesn't matter what you're investing in. Investing inherently has risks. However, the whole point is education can help you learn how to take calculated risks, okay? And so there's flips, that's over there. You know what? I didn't really map this out very clearly, so let's do it this way. I hope you guys can still see it. So wholesale flip, a lot of people know about foreclosure as well, and a lot of the times the way I see it is foreclosure actually falls under here, depending on the creative financing way or the acquisition strategy that you're actually using. And number 4, we have lease options. Funny enough, lease options actually falls under passive as well, okay? Now, keep going. We also have private lending, okay? And this is where the bootcamp comes in starting tomorrow as well. So if you want to come join us, make sure you click on the link too. So when it comes to private lending, because there are different ways that you can actually get paid, okay? Even when you don't have money of your own. So this is another way of earned income strategy too. I know there's other ways, and right now I'm specifically focusing on the strategies that are available in the Canadian markets at the moment. Now, once we go into passive income bucket, well, we have lease options, we already know that. Well, private lending actually falls under that as well. And then we have income properties. Income properties, we break it down into single family homes. So single family homes is anything that's from detached to attached. Again, when we say attached, ideally, it's basically on the West Coast, we will call it a duplex. Okay, most will buy half a duplex. However, ideally, if you can get the entire duplex. However, we never, ever, ever buy condos. And that's a whole other subject on a different day with you guys. So single family homes, and we also have multi-unit residentials. And this is where things start to get a little bit interesting. Usually it's 5 units or higher, depending on how you're financing it. So this is you're starting to look at 4plexes, 6plexes, 8plexes or higher, all the way to hundreds of units in an apartment complex. That's when things start to get really, really fun. And then we have commercial properties, okay? So commercial properties are typically classified as your office building and your industrial bays and your strip malls and all these little things that, basically if you drive around town, you're gonna see them as well. Yeah, I know, love passive income. love passive income because that is what allows you to really go to bed at night and knowing that it doesn't matter what happens, if you have enough passive income to cover all of your basic expenses, you are financially free and you can actually start to have options in life and not be trapped in your regular just over brokes, which is your jobs. Okay, so we have commercial, and last but not least, the mobile home parks as well. Okay, and notice that we say mobile home parks rather than mobile homes. We also, just like condos, we don't like mobile homes, to be really honest. Okay, so next, coming over to the portfolio income side of things, I'm just gonna tell you most strategies that are available in the passive income bucket ideally would be falling under the portfolio or equity income bucket as well, because ideally you will be getting paid, there should be an equity gain over time as ideally market value goes up and what you owe goes down. However, that is not necessarily the way that everybody needs to do this. Again, savvy professional investors, we maximize our loan to value as much as we possibly can because it's the scale that we are looking for. And I'll just be very clear on that before we finish today's session. The reason why we look at it is because just think about, let's say, even Starbucks. A lot of people know that Starbucks is a very profitable business. However, do you think that every single Starbucks location is a money printing machine? Surprisingly, no, because there are some locations that are just not performing well. However, why do some of these big corporations create so many different locations? Well, because they want to make sure that they are visible in the market space. Now, I'm not saying this is something that professional real estate investors do all the time. However, the idea is even if individual locations are not profitable, as long as a business, a general portfolio in the real estate sense, we're still profitable, then it's okay. Because let me tell you this, you're not always going to win at every single deal. And that's just another harsh truth that I guess nobody really even think about because we always go in there thinking we're gonna make money. Absolutely, we always go in with the best of intentions and we got high hopes. However, we always take calculated risk. And this is why professional investors, when they actually are analyzing a deal, there is always a range. It is never about, okay, this is exactly how it's going to perform. This is the cash flow. This is return on investment. This is the cash on cash. This is the cap rate. Everything is most of the times up for negotiation a little bit. However, this is why when you are armed with the knowledge and the skills and the analytical eyes yourself, you're able to determine for yourself whether or not it is something that you want to pursue. So I'm gonna leave you here today, and thank you so very much for indulging me this week. And this is my passion, as a lot of you guys know, and it's looking like I'm gonna be continuing down this train with you guys next week as well. Love, love, love the questions via text, via messages, and I appreciate all of your participation and your support. So keep engaging with me. Let me know if there's a certain topic or question that you have that you want me to address during this setting. And every single day during the week, as you know, I'm coming to you Facebook Live at 4:30 p.m. Pacific Time, 5:30 Mountain Standard Time, and 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it is Friday now, so I wish everybody a great evening and a great weekend. Live well, everybody. See you next week.